So we have prepared the food, we have cooked, and we have served the food. So what's the remaining step is to prepare. And I think all of us we have done this, right?
Yes.
All of us we cook, we prepare food, we eat, and we clear. So can you tell me what are the procedures? I know maybe when you're in a house you don't apply these procedures. What do we do? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me how you go about it? If you do, tell me the procedures. Whatever you tell me, that's what is correct. Kevin, can you tell me how do you do?
Uh, one of the clearing procedure is removing the debris from the table, removing the plates from the table, removing the glasses, let me say cutleries, crockeries.
Can we clap for Kelvin? Yeah, that's very nice. Donna, can you tell me how do you do it?
I clear when all guests have finished eating.
Yeah, that's in the hotels. That's how we usually do. If it's in an event, we usually make sure that the guests are done with their eating. So food clearing procedure refers to the established steps for removing used dishes. So here the definition, as we have learned from Kevin and Dora, there is the clearing of dishes used. Thank you. Used dishes, cutleries, and other items from the dining table. In these procedures, it can be maybe in an event or maybe in a hotel. So my first clearing procedure, we have clearing preparation. Number one, we have clearing. As the one say, what does the word pre mean? Yeah, before. So here we will make sure that you wear protective gears, right? You can wear the gloves and aprons. For the aprons is to avoid what does apron help? Yes, correct.
From that industry.
Yeah, that's very correct. And then we have removed, after now we have worn the gloves and the apron. We have the remove food debris. You scrap off leftovers from plates and services, right?
Yeah.
And then you separate organic, recyclable, and hazardous waste for proper disposal. After you have cleared the plate and you have scrubbed it, do you dispose all the dirt together?
No.
How do you do it? Yeah, you separate, right?
Yes.
You separate it with the dry waste in a separate bin. If it's the food waste, you put it in another separate bin. You don't mix them because they not all are waste that decompose, right? There is that waste that needs to be burned. After the preparation, now we have the cleaning of services and equipment. Cleaning clean the services and equipment. When we are cleaning the services, do you just use water? What do we use? Yes. Yes, we use detergent, what else? Sumba. Okay. Clean brush. Dada. What else do we use? Do we use cold or hot water? Yeah, it depends with the services. And even there are services which we can use disinfectant, right? Yes. Yeah, that's correct. Then after washing, you rinse thoroughly. Remove all soap residues to prevent chemical contamination. Then after you have washed or cleaned using detergent, then you have to rinse. You rinse so that you can remove the soap. Then you sanitize, apply approved sanitizer, like chlorine-based at correct concentration. After you have rinsed, there are those equipment which you can sanitize. Then you frequency. The frequency means that you clean after each production, run, shift, or bar. HCCP guidelines. So this means that after every production, you are not supposed to leave the equipment dirty, right? You are supposed to clean after every production so that even it can minimize the workload, right? Then the last step is handling utensils and small equipment. In these small utensils, you first soak and scrub. There are those utensils which need to be soaked, like the cutleries. Do we wash them one by one? The cutleries, the knives, the forks, do we wash them one by one? No, we don't. If you wash them one by one, it will take a lot of time, right? Yes. So we use detergent and hot water, we soak them, and then we remove them, right? Yes. That will help the utensils to give the cutleries to give a shiny appearance. Then if you have the dish washer, you can use it to wash the dishes. Sorry. Then you air dry. When we talk about air drying, we don't wash the utensils and then we pile them together and then store them. We have to leave them to air dry, right? Yes. And then we also don't you find some those what are they called? The English clothes. Some of them we find that when we use them to wipe the plate or the dishes, they reach some particles on some lines. Yes. So you find that you have cleaned your utensils, but when you are storing them, they still have those gross particles or marks of the clothes. So most of the time it is advised to dry. Then the next step of clearing procedure is waste disposal and pest control. And disposal of waste promptly use common bins and remove waste regularly. After we have we have cleaned, we have handled them, we have to dispose what? The waste. We don't have to leave the waste on the bins. We have to dispose it on the bin, on the maybe there is somewhere where we can dispose it. Like in our school we have that. Yeah, and we have the dustbins where we dispose the waste. Then monitor for pest by clean space immediately and seal entry point. If maybe there is a the remains of food, do we leave them uncovered? We have maybe to seal them, right? Then the last step, we have to documentation and monitoring. Will explain this one for me to the whole class. Will explain the documentation and monitoring as the fifth step in clearing procedure. Yes, this part.
It is where the equipment and the all the tools you have used to during during the service, you return them back to the store and dry, and then they are documented in the maybe a requisition, and then they are so that to enhance proper monitoring that they are being picked again for.
All of us we have gone in colleges and we have undergone this course of catering and accommodation. And I think all of us after the practical, are we leaving the equipment outside?
No.
We were returning them back to the store, right? So when we are returning back to the store, even here, do we just return them and like maybe you are given 10 grades and when at the end of the practical they are 7, right? So the rust or the breakages need to be recorded down. So that's that's what is meant here when we say about documentation and monitoring. We usually return them one by if there are 10 grades, you have to give them 10 grades. If there are 20 knives and cooking sticks, you have to return the exact number. If they are not the exact number, there are consequences, right? Yes. That's all we learned about the sanitary procedures. Have we understood? Any question? Anyone with a question? So let's make a summary. Let's anything. Just a few people to tell us what we have learned today, just from the first to the last according to a running outcome. Just randomly. Yes, Nelly? Yes, tell us about what is good. Please tell us what your plans.
About the booking procedures.
Yes.
So one of them is preparation, monitoring, booking.
Thank you, and I wish you a nice day.
Yes.